All right, we're live on Instagram and Facebook, and then at that point, we are going on TikTok. Yes, all right. Welcome, guys. Titan Lifestyle with me, John CEO and owner of Titan Medical Center. Big Drew is sick today, right? So I'm filling in for Drew. I'm usually on the show with him sometimes. And at that point, listen, Drew's not feeling good. So I'm like, listen, man, just sit home, rest, relax. He's coughing up phlegm and stuff like that. Don't want to get anybody in the office sick, and I want him to get better. So at that point, it'll just be me, John, for you guys, CEO and owner. And I've got some good topics laid out for you guys. And obviously, I want to talk to you guys. And any questions you guys have, please shoot them out to me. And at that point, I'll be able to answer for you guys live right here. And I'm going to do a giveaway today. So I'm going to do a $100 gift certificate giveaway from Titan Medical Center. Just something I just came up with right now. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do something for you guys. Since, at that point, we're not going to have Drew today. I'm like, you know what? Let's run some different things for you guys. And let's talk about some different things too as well. All right. So add me to follow Cara. Hello from United Arab Emirates. What's going on? What's the process of getting the shots? So the process of getting like any of our medications or therapies, one, you're gonna fill out the new patient paperwork. So you can go to the website titanmedicalcenter.com, fill out the new patient paperwork. When you're done with it, it automatically gets submitted to us. So at that point, we're gonna get it. We're gonna call you. We'll get you set for your consultation or blood work, whatever you're trying to do, and get you all taken care of like that. All right. What's going on? How you doing, Dwayne? What's going on? Fish, how you doing? Is 75 too old to take testosterone? I work and run. Absolutely not. You're pretty healthy all the way around, but, you're a little bit older on the 76 side, and you want to feel young, testosterone might be the way to go for sure, 100%. I always say blood test first. Blood test is always going to tell you what the real deal is. So make sure you guys are doing blood testing. And we can help you out with that nationwide. Titan Medical Center is here for you guys. So blood testing gets set up for you guys, and very in-depth testing, not just what your general practitioner is going to run on you. We're going to run everything, all those labs that they run, and a lot more, like hormones, IGF-1 levels, B12 levels, prostate levels, all the good stuff that we need to look at to make sure that you're okay for a guy. Girls, we do the exact same thing. Obviously, you're not going to have a prostate. So there's a couple other tests, instead of the prostate on your exam. What's going on, Jose? I hope all is well. Happy Friday, everybody, man. Raul, what's going on? Little Ed said, my total testosterone is 811. That's pretty good. What's your free testosterone? So a lot of people, they talk about their total testosterone levels. And even doctors, some general practitioners and stuff like that are running testosterone tests are not running the free and total. They're running just the total testosterone. And that just might be because of inexperience or whatever it may be. But you really want to look at free and total testosterone levels when we're talking about testosterone specifically. The reason is because when we talk about total, yes, if your total is a good number, that's great. You want it to be a good number. 811 is a great number. And when we have that, we have to think about, all right, cool, this is what we have in the reservoir. Now, what are we going to take from the reservoir? What's getting utilized in the body? And that is where we come up with free testosterone. Free testosterone pulls from that reservoir. Think of like a gas tank and a fuel pump that's pushing the free testosterone in the body, and the body's utilizing like gas, right? It's utilizing. So that's the best way I can explain it. And these things correlate together directly. So, if you have a great total testosterone, you have a horrible free, you're deficient, like clinically deficient, you'll probably have low T symptoms. There are some people in reverse where they've got a decent free and a really low total, or like not clinically deficient, but on the bottom end of the totem pole, and they feel okay. But you know what? When you introduce a good total with a good free, that is when you get the great benefits. And make sure everything else is balanced. That's another thing I want to talk about is, aromatase inhibitors. Some people give these things a bad name. And you know what? If they're used improperly, yeah, they're not good. But that's like anything else. So at that point, we want to make sure that we're balancing these hormones in the body. It's not all about just piling on to one point. Everybody thinks, all right, cool, I'm going to just pile on testosterone, and that's all I need. That's not true, because when we talk about testosterone, it literally starts breaking down into different categories. of different hormones. And these are going to cause different things inside the body with you. So when we talk about like DHT, dihydrotestosterone, or estradiol, or estrogen, total estrogens for females, these are some of the things that we really need to look after and make sure we got it, right? Hello, Salon. What's going on? Little Ed said, I got my supplements from y'all. So that's awesome, man. So you're balling. You got a good total. You're feeling good. That is the real deal, right? Because you know what? If you have a good total and you're not feeling good, then something's off. We need to fix that. We need to look a little bit deeper. But if your total's in 11, you're feeling good, we're doing our jobs. And if we're not, call or text us, 727-389-3220. We want to be here to help our patients. We are here for our patients. That's it. So we want to make sure we give you the best results, best bang for the buck, and the best information you can possibly get. So you guys are having the best program and best experience through Titan. So please, guys. And if you have any problems, come on my lives. Tuesday I'm on live. Friday, if you have any issues, you contact us or call or text the lines. Like, hey, listen, John, I'm having a problem. And I'll look at those texts. I see every text message that comes through Titan Medical Center today. And I don't read every single one of them, but if there's a problem, they'll be like, hey, John. Then at that point, I'm reading it. All right. Jay Jacobs, what's going on? My dude. Hawk Squad, got my room booked for the Arnold next year. Hopefully I'll get to see you guys. Hopefully we'll. So, we went down to Ohio this last year. We walked to the expo and we hung out at Pro's Gym most of the time. We were doing podcasts with like CT Fletcher and NDO Champ and Midwest Kong, and it was a really cool experience. And getting to hear those guys' stories was just tremendously awesome. But at that point, we were talking about, me and Mike, that we were going to, do maybe a booth in the Arnold next year, which will be awesome. But right now, we are merely and solely focused on Olympia. And Olympia, we will be out there in Vegas, full blast. Choo choo. If I had one of those horns from a tractor trailer, I'd be pulling it right now, because we got a 20 by 30 booth. It's a custom booth that's getting built. I've never done anything like this. Of course, it's a lot more money, but you know what? I wanted the presentation to be there, like really just blow people out of the water this year. And we killed it last year with Mike. I know we're going to kill it this year. We've got so many giveaways. We're going to be giving out a ton of awesome Titan gear, all kinds of stuff. So if you guys are going to Olympia, booth 732, I think that's what it is, I'll have it. I'll release it to you guys so you guys know exactly where to go. And you can come see me, Michael Hearn, Drew, Rodney. The Titanettes are going to be there in full blast, and Titan bikinis and onesies. And I've got some special guests coming. So it's just going to be ridiculous. I can't wait. I'm seriously pumped. And we're almost only a month out. So it's going to be good. It's definitely going to be good. Fitness Vogue, I'm doing well. How about you? How's everything going? Gary Caldwell, I'm in a different clinic right now at 160 milligrams a week. Test C. I pay $139 a month. What will you charge? So, you probably get like 200 milligrams. I mean, if 160 is going for you, that's good. The only other thing we want to talk about is an estrogen blocker, aromatase inhibitor, and we want to talk about gonadal support. So these are different things that we make our patients do because we don't want them to have any negative side effects, and we want them to have all the upside. So let's talk about why you should be having these three medications, because $139 for testosterone, I think, is a lot of money. It's just testosterone, right? But when we talk about our program, so if you're in state, it's $350. If you're out of state, it's $375. But hear what you get for the $375. One, you're going to get your testosterone, right? And like I said, it might be a little bit more than what you're getting right now. Two, you're going to get an estrogen blocker. Now that will depend on the dose, depending on what your labs come back and how everything's adjusted right then. Three, you're going to have your gonadal support and clomiphene. And clomiphene is there for you to make sure your natural production doesn't get shut off, make sure your testicles don't shrink, and make sure your semen production doesn't just kaput. So at that point, we want to make sure everything is optimal. Plus, you get all your needles and syringes and everything you need all in one flat rate package to you. If you're out of state, it's $375. If you're in state, it's $350. So that is what we would charge. If you need a blood test within 60 days, we would accept if you have all the tests that we need. If not, it would be $150 for the blood test, and we would cut you a break on your consultation with a provider. It's usually $150, but I think we would even go half for you for $75, just to get you started, get you over, and show you the Titan difference and the Titan experience and what the Titan lifestyle is all about, for sure. Cabrina, hey, what's going on? I hope all is well. Eat milk and cookies. What's going on? I hope all is well. All right, so let's get into this. It's the weekend coming up, right? We're on Friday. We're like, all right, cool. The weekend's coming. Maybe you guys got plans to do something crazy. Maybe you guys don't. You're just going to sit around the house all day. But one thing you're going to have to do, and you always have to do, is you're going to eat, right? And you might be on a clean diet or a regimen or whatever it may be. But weekends are usually there for a cheat meal, okay? Not everybody deserves a cheat meal. So if you don't deserve a cheat meal, don't eat it. But if you've been working hard, right, usually you can afford yourself one cheat meal on the weekends. What is that going to be for you guys? For me, literally, guys, it's a hamburger. And it's not from McDonald's or Burger King. Those garbage. I want like a mom and pop like burger place, even Shake Shack. They got great burgers. Fat Burger's got great burgers. Or, like I said, a mom and pop place that makes a good burger. Not a frozen patty. I don't want frozen patties. I don't want that. And I don't want Wendy's. I know they don't have frozen patties. But at that point, like, I want a really, really good, juicy cheeseburger. And I don't have anything else on it. I might put a little mayo on it, and that is me living right there. Otherwise, I'm just going to eat it with cheese, the hamburger, and I like to eat the bun. If you don't want to eat the carbs, the bun, just take it away and, eat the hamburgers. But what are you guys having? I want to know. What do you guys have for your cheat meals? Do you have anything crazy like cereal, which I wouldn't eat, it's just sugar, but, it could be anything. Some people they want cookies. They want cake, they want hamburgers, they want french fries, pizza, whatever it is. And no answer is wrong, right? I mean, this is for your cheat meal. Fast food burgers are often linked to obesity, heart disease, and diabetes due to high fat and sodium content. This is a fact. Fact. Slim Fit Nash is a good point for sure. And we know, it's not just hamburgers. Chicken nuggets, chicken sandwiches, all these things are horrible for your health. Horrible. Not only do they have, I don't even know the list of chemicals. If you look at the list of chemicals that are in McDonald's French fries, you're like, what the hell? I thought these were potatoes cut up and thrown in a fryer. No, that's not it at all. So for me, if I'm going to have French fries, they got to be hand cut from potato, right? And there was a couple places where I really liked seeing this. One, and they're going down, which sucks, is BurgerFi. They used to have the potato thing, and they would cut it right in front of you. I think Five Guys did too as well. They just put too much salt on their fries. So the sodium content is through the roof. And at that point, it's not worth it, right? You don't want to have your fries doused in salt. Some people love salt like that, and that is not a good thing. So, at that point, minimal sodium. And you're going to say, well, your body needs sodium, right? This is something that is essential. And it's true, but you get sodium from so many different places. Unless you are like me or super focused on what you're eating every single minute, you're going to get some sodium in there, okay? Regular people, they're going to eat in their meals. And a lot of things are salted. It is what it is. So, that's one thing. But when we talk about these ingredients for some of these places, it just gets really ridiculous. Now, the difference between now and then. So even before, you would look at the chemicals that were in McDonald's French fries back in the 80s. Totally different. You can find these things online too as well. The other things that I was going through, like Ritz crackers, totally different from when it first started to now. Ketchup, look at it from then to now. It is crazy, guys, some of the things they've added to these things. And we really start going down the list. Before you'd go down a list of ingredients, you'd read those ingredients, and maybe you could pronounce them, maybe you couldn't, and then at that point, you have to copy, paste, and start looking one up at a time. You can literally copy all those things at one time, put it in your browser, and find out exactly what each one of those things do negatively to the body. And it would blow your mind. It will blow your mind. So I really challenge you guys to do that yourselves. I challenge you to be better to yourself, to feed yourself better, to train better, to sleep better, to drink water, to be a better person all the way around. It's got to start somewhere. So even starting with just eating right or exercising right or sleeping right or drinking water, or changing the food sources that you're eating, this is a step in the right direction, and this is a step to where you really need to go for sure. What specific ingredients make this fast food burger so detrimental to health? I just talked about it, all the preservatives, all the different things, calorie counts, grams of saturated fat. Sorry, I'm just looking down this list. There is a lot of different things. I mean, I would have to literally like list out every single thing. And at that point, I'm not going to do that. I want you guys to look it up. But, just at the saturated fat alone, you're talking about. At 26 grams, that's a problem. Five Guys, the unhealthiest burger option. The chain's burger scored a 50 as its unhealthiest score due to 984 calories, 26.5 grams of saturated fat, 8 grams of sugar, and 1,050 grams of sodium per burger. Guys, I didn't even know this. I mean, this is bad. I will never eat a Five Guys burger again. And I can't tell you the last time I did, to be honest with you, but this just makes it like secured, like stamped. Like I definitely wouldn't do that. I mean, and when you start talking about McDonald's and everything like that, it's just it gets pretty bad. So I'll find out the best fast food place for you guys to eat if you guys really want to know. But I wouldn't eat at any fast food places if you guys, you guys can choose not to. Understand which burger is the most detrimental can encourage consumers to make healthier choices. I agree 100%. What's the average cost of TRT patients at your clinic monthly with HCG? Good question. So with HCG, we have two different versions you can get. We have compounded, or you can get the commercial brand. It's $100 more for the compounded and $150 more in the package for commercial. So when we talk about that, it'd be $450 a month for your testosterone, anastrozole, HCG, syringes. If it is the other way as far as that goes, with commercial HCG, then we're talking about $500 for your testosterone, commercial HCG, anastrozole, and your testosterone and insulin syringes that you need. Okay? Thoughts on pinning twice a week compared to once a week. Currently taking 250 milligrams of testosterone. Definitely. That's one thing all our patients do. All our patients split the dose of their testosterone. And there is a major reason why. It's because you will feel better and you'll get more out of your testosterone replacement therapy. So the whole point of being on testosterone replacement is to be consistent. And that's along with your levels. So, not only injecting it consistently, but, having consistent levels. So when we talk about doing one injection per week, what happens is we inject and then we go the whole week and we start feeling all right. And then we start feeling bad by the end of the week. And then Monday comes and we take our next shot. That's not how it's supposed to be. You want to split it up. So whether it's a Monday, Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, whatever it is, that's how you're going to want to break it and do half of the dose of whatever it is. So, if it's 150 milligrams or 125 because you're taking 250, that's going to be the best. That's going to keep you up and even keel across the board. So I would definitely, myself, I do it. I would say 90% of our patients do it. The other 10%, they don't care. They just inject one time a week. They know what the deal is. Or you have somebody that microdoses with an insulin needle. And I don't like doing that, but some people do. And if that is great for them and that gives them good levels and they feel good, I'm all for it, man. All right, we got more. What up, A13? How you doing, Sabrina? Hope all is well. All right. What should individuals look for on nutrition labels to avoid harmful food choices? Great question. All right, so when we look at the back of a food label, do not look at the front. The front is advertising to pull you in to buy. It's going to say all these things like non-GMO, no antibiotics, whatever it is, right? Cool. That's garbage. Turn it around and let's look at the nutritional facts and the ingredients. Nutritional facts, what's the saturated fat look like? What's the sugar content or additional sugars added in there, right? What's the calorie count? What's the serving size for it? And then we want to look at, right, what are these ingredients? What really makes up this product? And we start looking down the list. And you can start looking down the list, and if you start seeing, the more you see, the worse it is. Let's put it that way. More preservatives, more chemicals, more things that are going to not be good for you. The less is better effect is the way to go. So at that point, you can look on the back. If you can't pronounce some of those different things, it's probably a problem, right? It's probably a big issue and a negative ingredient that's in it. And like I said, you always can copy it. So take a picture of it with your phone, copy it, and put it in a browser. Like if you're a supermarket you took a picture of it. There's apps that do this too. But if you took a picture of it and then you just copied that and you put it in your browser, it would tell you exactly what's what. And that's the best way. That's what I do. What lifestyle changes can help lower PSA levels naturally? Ooh, that's a good question. PSA is prostate. So only guys have this. And you know what? Some people have enlarged prostates. They get infections of prostates. Or they get prostate cancer, right? There's a lot of different things that can happen there. So what can lower PSA automatically, all right? So there are medications that do it, like Flomax and stuff like that, will lower PSA, because if you have enlarged PSA or prostate, you know, that might be an indicator that you might have prostate cancer. Okay, I don't want to scare you though, but you know, at that point, you're probably going to pee more, or you can't pee at all because of enlargement. So these are some things that Flomax can help out with. But naturally, you want to eat a good diet, right? It's good sleep. If you're giving your body everything, hopefully that will help too. But it is what it is. I had to leave work when I was on PT 141. My erection was too strong. People was noticing it. Why'd you leave? That's what I'm talking about, though, right? Like, come on, bro. Like, we want that. What I would do, why'd you leave, is, you know, maybe you can go back on your dose, you know, a little bit, just for like a week or so, to see how it affects you. But hey, PT 141 works, right? I told you. And PT 141 is crazy. So if you guys don't know what PT 141, let me just go over this, because it's a game changer for girls and guys. So when we talk about PT 141, bromeldatide, that's the active ingredient. That's what you would see on the bottle. Bromeldatide is awesome because it is a true libido enhancer, and it's an FDA approved one too. And it was originally FDA approved for females that had HSDD, and that's hyposexual desire disorder. And that's a disorder what happens to, I think it was up to like 30% of women that can't achieve orgasm. Maybe they've been abused when they were a kid, had genital mutilation, or just a bad experience all the way around. So this actually gets females and males in the mood. It doesn't work just on vasodilation, right? So like Viagra, Cialis, which we have tadalafil and sildenafil, work on vasodilation, bringing blood flow down to the extremities, and that's what gets the erection. With PT-141, it works on the central nervous system for guys and girls, creating true libido effect, right? And there will get blood flow down to the extremities. So females will feel more sensitive, guys will have better erections, and you'll have the drive to want to go all the way through and through. Lewis, I remind you of Joe Rogan. Hey, I like Joe Rogan. Hey, I'll take that as a compliment any day of the week. Hopefully I can get on Joe Rogan's show. We need to just keep writing Joe Rogan and get on that show. At what age should men begin regular PSA testing? 40 years old. That's a great question. 40 years old. And listen, a PSA is a blood test, right? And that is usually a good indicator of where you're at. But, you know, if you've had, you know, prostate cancer in your family or problems or whatever it is, you know, they say in your 40s, I think it's 45, you should at least have a finger check. So that means that, you know, they do the finger check, which I've not had yet. I'm just trying to wait because hopefully they have different testing that will help us out with that. But that was one thing, you know, they have to do. So, you know, it's good to get checked for sure, okay? It just is what it is. S&P Rob, what's going on, bro? Hope all is well. YG Lee, it also helped me finish faster. There we go. Like I said, increasing pleasure with sensitivity. So super, super cool stuff. I mean, you know, when that first came out, man, it was a game changer. And the best thing about PT-141, you don't have to take it like 45 minutes beforehand or every day or whatever it is. It's a maintenance dose. So 1 or 2 times a week, you maintenance it, little subcutaneous injectable, done. Done. You don't have to worry about it ever. And you'll be ready to go whenever, wherever. So that is the best effect you could possibly get, you know, in having PT-141. So super, super cool stuff there. Let's talk about, I got one more for you guys. And you know what? It was about PSA. So 300,000 new prostate cancer cases will be diagnosed. While there's no single test to detect prostate cancer, doctors commonly use a prostate-specific antigen test to screen. And that's the one we do on our blood test for all males, right? The test measures the amount of PSA, a protein that your prostate makes in your blood. You know, basically, like, this is going to test, and it'll show you elevated PSA blood test means there is something wrong, most concerning of which could be prostate cancer. But this could be an infection, right? I know plenty of people that have got prostate infections, took their antibiotics, and their prostate was fine. I do know people that have had high prostates and that we caught them in the early stages and they got it taken care of. I also know people that have had high PSAs that have got the finger check, had a biopsy, there's no cancer, and they just run high. So it's not guaranteed that you're going to have prostate cancer if your PSA is high, but it is an indicator that there could be something wrong, right? And we want to make sure we check that out. A diet rich in vegetables, fruits, and lean proteins can support better prostate health. Great, man. I love that. That's some good information for people. And that's what we want to do here. We want to share information for you guys. But, I mean, I think that's that's the gist of what I want to cover with you guys today. I want to cover some of this information so you guys had it. And I want to make you guys more educated about what can better you guys and what you guys can do, to be preventative about your health and really see what's going on. Phil said, regular consumption of processed fast foods can increase the risk of chronic diseases. Absolutely. 1,000,000%. Stay away from processed foods. Stay away from fast food places. And I know it's real easy to get caught up in it because everybody's doing it. Everybody eats fast food. They're the most common things that are around. When you look at your food sources that are around you, most things are processed. Most things. Whether you go into a gas station or a supermarket or a fast food joint or even restaurants, a lot of things are processed. So, it's hard. It's really hard. But that's where I tell you guys, maybe it's beneficial to you guys and will save you more money and time in the long run, to start cooking for yourself. Or maybe go with a meal company that's pretty good. At that point, that might help you get to where you want to go. It will definitely make you feel better. If you're eating better food, you're going to feel better. You're definitely going to feel better. You're going to perform better. So that is what it is. Can a PSA test alone provide a reliable diagnosis for prostate cancer? Absolutely not. It can be an indicator that there might be prostate cancer, and then we have to go in, or a doctor does, do a finger check or a biopsy of the area to really, really conclude if it is or is not, right? A PSA is just a great test to run as a preliminary to see, hey, listen, is there something abnormal going on or not, okay? So that's it, guys. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm training some new people in-house for Titan Medical Center, so we're building our team to be even stronger, better, to be able to service you guys. So if you guys have any questions, shoot them out. If not, I'm gonna sign off for Titan Lifestyle. Big shout out to Big Drew. Hope he feels better. And I will talk to you guys next week for Titan Talk Tuesday with me, John, CEO of Titan Medical Center. And hopefully I'll be back next Friday. We'll see. I usually like to be in here, but if I got business and stuff like that, it is what it is. I got to keep growing Titan. All right? I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys next week for Titan Talk Tuesday or Titan Lifestyle Fridays with me, John, CEO of Titan Medical Center. You'll see Big Drew back with Titan Lifestyle next week.